Thank
Let's
you.
bring in Clarissa Martínez de Castro now to speak about the Latino vote in these primaries. She is the vice president of the Latino Vote Initiative at UnidosUS. Viewers should be familiar with her by now. A warm welcome back to you. Thanks for joining us this Tuesday. Let's talk about Florida. This has one of the largest Latino populations in the country. What issues are driving those voters in today's primaries, do you think?
Hi, Arrow. Good morning. Yes, absolutely. Florida not only has a very significant Latino voting population, it's also one of the most diverse Latino populations in the country. And Cuban Americans in particular have long been sort of the driver of politics in the state for the Latino community. And Cubans have tended to be more conservative. So that's why you see that the Latino vote, generally speaking, tends to be more conservative or more on the Republican side in Florida, and that's not an exception. That said, pocketbook issues continue to drive the top priorities for Latinos across the nation and in Florida, where only 16% of Florida Hispanic voters say they're living comfortably. So this is really an issue for those who are in charge, who of course are the Republican Party. That's who voters see as responsible. And so we will see what kind of effect that has in how voters go out to the polls today and in November. But 4 out of the top 5 priorities are related to the pocketbook: cost of living, cost of housing, healthcare, wages.
And we're seeing that across the board. I know that we're always very careful not to paint Latinos with one broad brush. Several progressives, including some socialists, though, are on the ballot in Florida. And some Latinos have experience with socialism. Maybe it's their parents or the countries they came from in Central or South America. Where do these candidates stand then amongst Latinos?
You know, one interesting thing I've been thinking about is that in some ways, the reason why we're missing the point in the conversation, I feel that part of the reason voters are receptive to candidates right now is if candidates manage to connect with them on economic issues. I think that was certainly the story of Trump on the right side of the spectrum. And we're seeing some of these candidates make headway, just like Bernie Sanders did, because voters are very frustrated. They feel that they've seen one party come and go, and they are still struggling to survive rather than thriving. So as a few other voters, I think some of the more discontent Latino voters with the economy feel like we're willing to listen if somebody's saying that they can actually fix what's happening with the economy and how it's impacting the American working class, of whom the majority of Latinos are part.
Yeah, and we are seeing that across the board. Clarissa Martínez de Castro, great to have you with us this Tuesday. Appreciate your insight.
Thank you.